Yeah, last time I did this, people got in the chat, and it was a lot more interesting. But you know what? We can't win them all, can we? Hi, buddy. I promise the cat is still here. It's just at the angle I have to use the camera to see it. That's what it is. So we're making a sticker off my stupid cat's stupid face. So we're going to grab that. We're going to grab white brush and just like map in some general cat shapes. And there's her stupid little foot. I just thought this would be a really fun sticker for people to like put on their car. I tend to make stickers for Patreon that are stickers I would want to put on my car. Also, for the record, this picture, this pose she was in, she sat in this pose for like 10 minutes. How many people are watching now? One person. Hello, one person. Alright, and then we get this stupid little face. Most people who have a Cricut use Cricut Access. But does Cricut Access, first of all, it's not free, and second of all, it doesn't have a my cat licking her butt option. Please don't. Oh, I did. Okay. Yeah, it's not like the kind of graphic design that qualified people do. It's more, I was super into DeviantArt when I was in like 10th grade. The cat just got off my lap, so I could just end the stream here, but y'all know I'm not gonna. How I'm doing my I've met people who get very annoyed with how I name my layers. Yeah, I keep thinking that like I should just, I make music. I could just compose some music for streaming. Be like, this is my streaming music, but that would involve me getting my shit together. Monochrome Jaggedy Cat is a vibe. Yes, hello to all 4 people here. I don't know, but what we're gonna do now, you're like, oh look, it looks like she's done, not remotely. So, yeah, it's well, I just have to make it less jaggedy now. How do I unshow? There we go. I didn't know I could do that. Yeah, I'm just doing all this with the trackpad. That is correct. Back when I was super into DeviantArt in high school, like 10 freaking years ago, I don't like that colorizing as much. Yeah, back when I was into DeviantArt, I didn't have a tablet, and so I did all of it with a mouse. And then you can grab your eraser with hard edge set on. What buttons did I just press there? It's kind of funny. I have customers who go, oh, I can't get a Cricut. It's too expensive. I'm like, it's only expensive if you don't want to dedicate your entire teenage years to learning how to do this kind of BS for no money. Yeah, don't get me started on Android file transfer. I actually have an entire Twitter account set up just to transferring files off my phone onto my computer because that's the easiest way I've found to do it. It sucks. Ever switch from Windows? I had a computer that ran Arch for a while. One of my friends set it up for me because my computer broke and he fixed it with the hard drive from a broken PS3. And because that was a pretty small hard drive, it had Arch on it. And it was good. Like, I liked, especially how fast it booted up and shut back down, but I wasn't very good with a lot of the other stuff about it. And then also, what button did I just press? That's not the right button. There we go. But yeah, so I liked running Arch. It made me feel very, like, smug about myself. I don't think Apple is going to make a Keytar just because it's not in line with their image. They used to be all big on, this is what the artiste use. And somehow they just, ooh, that's going to lag my computer like hell. Okay. Yeah, it was really dicey in like 2008 when I used it before, and it's just 600 floating windows. And then I downloaded it for this like last year, and it was just so much better. Yeah, that's the thing. Apple used to be all like, oh, this is so cool. And we're so cool, we're so artsy. And now they're like, we are better than you, which I could get away with not having. I don't use Logic because it'd be $300, and every time I have $300, I just do like stupid things with it, like why would I get Logic when I can just keep doing this? Yeah, I have Ableton and I don't really use it very much, but it needs everything you need to do. That's the other thing. I should at some point like own up and stop using GarageBand for everything, but I'm also like a 6-year-old on some level, so I used Fruity Loops for a while, back when it was Fruity Loops, with my very first Keytar and the world's worst MIDI interface. If you go back to the really early videos where every time that I drop my Keytar, it starts making random noises, that was because I was using the world's worst MIDI interface. It was $7. And so I always thought that Fruity Loops didn't work very well, and then I got like a real interface and realized, oh no, it's just I'm an asshole. I think it's funny. My psychiatrist and I were talking about how I could cut down on one of my meds, and then that would let me do things like open up my store and not just work 10 to 10 and not sleep 10 hours a night, which you're like, oh, that doesn't sound bad. Think of what you do in a day and then decide which 2 consecutive hours you don't want to do anything in, because that's what it's like when it's not a choice. And so we were ready to do that, and then my depressive episodes just kind of went, bitch, hold my drink. I'll have to test out that. No, GarageBand is not super fun. The drummer system's pretty decent. Least favorite keytar? That is a very tricky question. Least favorite keytar. Like, which one do I use the least? Which one do I find myself playing the least? Or which one just vaguely offends me by its existence? Wham mode is better than jam mode. Because the thing is, like, I don't play the RK100 all that much. But as we've previously discussed, there we go, now you can see me. The Sonogenic 500 sort of just offends me with its very existence. But also, I don't dislike it as much as everybody seems to, like, get the impression of. Yeah, I hate that outline now that I see it in the Streamlab. But I don't dislike it as much as everybody thinks I do. It's just kind of become a really fun, it's just become a really fun running joke. I actually got emailed like 6 times by a company called Scoov to review their app, and it was shit, and I almost made a video on it. Because it'd be really fun to have a new running joke for 2020 and be like, well, yeah, I could always just download Scoov. Yeah, Scoov is like, it's not terrible, but the thing about Scoov is that it just, they emailed me like 3 different times to review it, and it's just not super applicable to, Keytar. And then I really was turned off by the way that they say they've got MIDI functionality, but not in the trial version. I do want to get the other the AX7 or AX7, I guess. Is the only one. It's the only Keytar I've heard of that's actually GM compatible. And so that just is a nice, like, signal from what era it's from, and I want it for that. I recently found out that one of my coworkers' moms, and, like, not a coworker I'm super close to, but their mom has a Moog Liberation. I'm like, I need to befriend you. But I'm also a manager, so I can't just, like, weirdly befriend someone for their Keytars. Yeah, the RK100S, not the regular 100. I hate that they named it like that. I would like to write to Korg and tell them to not do that, but they don't answer my emails. It's, okay, so the edge, hang on, is, just, guess what, I've got them all on me. Like, I have Keytars all around me. I mean, I don't mind being the #1 Keytar review channel on YouTube. I don't think I intended to do that, but then I just got every Keytar, so Yeah, it's actually not that bad today. Like, I can still see the smoke hanging in the air, but I also can see sort of blue sky. Um, so it's like it could be worse. Yeah, it's and like the Almeida fire up in Oregon burned the place that I used to live, and a bunch of my friends lost their houses and things like that. As everybody I know was either evacuated or lost their apartment. So my current problem is that I have this image, and it's got 3 colors in it, and I need to turn it into 1 color or 2 colors, black and white. Because I need to turn this into 1 color. I don't know how I want to do that. Bye, pawns. So this was weird that we bring this up because last night I was almost asleep, and I was almost asleep, and I just thought, was the video for telephone as weird as I remember it being? And so then I watched it, and yes, it was. Yeah, I could do a video on, I wasted 5 years of my life in costume design school. I could do a video on how to cover your keytar in fur. Where was it? This one. So largely, I have this giant ass looping pedal, and I'm gonna be getting the Behringer MIDI pedal that does like 10 tracks and has 2 expression pedals, because someone's selling one for like $100 on eBay. None of you buy it, I'm gonna buy it. None of you buy it, it's mine. But I get paid on Thursday. And then, hang on a sec, let me grab the other stuff real fast. Having fun with the Behringer TD3, which I have turned into a pedal by using blue tack to attach quarters to the buttons so that I can hit them with my foot. Anything is a pedal if you're creative enough. Then I found this at Goodwill. This is an old Korg Toneworks. I got it at Goodwill because they thought that it was a Guitar Hero racing game controller. So it was like $3. And this is an equalizer pedal. And the equalizer pedal is basically mandatory for my Soviet synth because when you play that, you just have to deal with the static, or as one really great commenter put it, in Soviet Russia, the static deals with you. So that's my pedal collection. And I'd kind of just forgotten how much I am willing to just watch Lady Gaga dance around in lingerie, because she's a really good dancer. No, she had a dress that was made out of raw meat. That's really the whole story there, was that Gaga had a dress made out of raw meat. I get so many weird comments on that video where people come in and go, you really didn't review this properly. I'm like, you saw the title of the video. You saw that it was called by someone who doesn't know how to use it, and you just came here to get offended, didn't you? And that was interesting, but why is my threshold at 71? Jeez, that's why nothing's working properly. It should be at about 10, just for the record, for what it's worth. Well, this is a straight line where there's 16 billion nodes on this path. Chief of Christ. You know how in old Bibles sometimes the S's look like F's? This means that you can label things Chief of Christ. 15 that were sold as keytars, but like I put strap buttons on this thing, and now this is the neck. So is that a keytar? Because that would be one. Is the Tyco Hotkeys a keytar? Because that would be one. Is this children's toy keytar that I found a keytar? Because that's another one. So like it's a real squishy question now, but it's at least 15. I don't know if you're talking about this, but this is one of the worst children's toys ever, but also one of the best children's toys ever. So this is like... But the only reason you would own this would be for this voice. So There. And then we'll just try the sticker with that, because I think I can do that. Then we're gonna scale. Why is my lock not on? Yeah, not only is it like kind of a rude phrase for somebody who's like physically disabled and can't walk very well, it's also a kind of decorative braid. So we'd always forget. Sometimes when I worked in theater, it says "get me some gimp," and somebody would be like, "That's rude." Like, no, it's braid. It's decorative braid. Okay, there we go. There's midnight. Okay, but you're talking to the person who has referred to the AX Edge as the AX Edge for like 2 years instead of calling it the Axe Edge like I'm supposed to. Okay. I could be making this like so much faster if I had learned how to do this properly, but I taught myself this from DeviantArt tutorials in like 10th grade. I'm a little bit disappointed that I didn't get to do this picture, but I will figure out how to do that later. This is how I do it, I remember now. Anybody who does any graphic design is like, Pink, this is not an efficient method of this. Yeah! Okay. I just need to merge this down. I apologize to everybody who had to just watch that. Okay, if anybody's still in the chat, can I get some opinions on if that stands on its own or if that just, like, looks awful? If anybody decides to be Midi the Keytar cat for Halloween, you will be forever my hero. So I used to be really into Halloween, and then I went to costume design school where it was like a contest, and it was always during Tech Week, and I was just like, I know, I don't do that. I don't do that at all anymore. So we're gonna go back and then down a little bit more. I mean, I appreciate that none of you are saying you could have set up a palette for this and saved hours of time, but I know you're all thinking it, and that's all right. We're gonna invert those colors and see if that looks better. Whew. Okay, that was scary. Once again, select that. Add an alpha channel here. We cut this so that it's all this image mode indexed. This is the secret to converting stuff on Cricut. You use a 1-bit palette and you convert it to that mode. You save it as, I don't know, as a, no, cancel. Why did I save that as a JPEG? I'm not an idiot. That's the worst font I've ever used in my entire life. Yeah, but I kind of want to do it with a ska background now that you mention it. Let's move this up here. Image, fit canvas to layers. New background layer. Tool, filters, render, pattern, checkerboard. Although to really make it look good, if we're going to be doing that, need layer. If you're curious, I have a roll of tape there because I have a lot of theatrical gel, a lot of lighting gels, and I just tape them onto my desk light so that everything's not quite so bright. Anyway, I think on that note, having successfully streamed for 2 hours and made ska midnight, that's all right. That's what cats do. It's all good. How do I? This is me for too close. This is too much, too close to me. Although I will say, it's a robot. I have a robot to cut everything out. Oh, hang on a sec. Yes, select window. Haha! All right, we are back. So there we go. Now it's a vector. But yeah, no, Cricut wants you to buy this thing called Cricut Access that's $10 a month, and dude, I don't even subscribe to anything for $10. I have Hulu. And then the annoying thing is that like I can lay this out however I want here. Cricut will still decide how they want it to work. So I can like put this all here and then click make it. Okay, this one's a little bit too big. Poor baby. And now it will just lay it out however it feels like. So it just completely changed my layout there. And that's why I hate Cricut. Just this, if you import any transparent ping with a 1-bit palette, you can just almost seamlessly convert it to a vector. And then you don't really need to do any like work with it. Oh, cool, I can overlay these here. Why? Why can I do that? Why is this an option I have? Also, just for the record, Cricut is spelled like this, and it's pronounced like this. And I work at a craft store, and the number of people who come up and try to tell me that it's a different pronunciation when I got trained by the company as to how to pronounce it, they're like, it's Cricut. I'm like, it's really fucking not. And here I am just in the chat talking to myself. Okay. So, this is a fucking butterfly. Anyway, that would be pretty cool. I should try that. What I used that for actually was, hang on one second, let me grab it. I have a whole lot of gel. This is the purple bag. This is one of 4 bags of lighting gels that I have. So like, now it's purple. Now it's a different purple. So these are burned out gels, so they can't be used in theater anymore, but you can take them and cut butterflies out of them. So maybe I'll bust out that pattern again and see if I can put a keyboard on it. That'd be a fun sticker. I'm stealing that idea. Anyway, the cat no longer wants to talk to me. It's 3 o'clock and I haven't had lunch, so I am really going to close out this stream right now. You know, there we go. That's it. That's been my whole day. Thank you for sticking with me as I do whatever it is I did here. And also I need to like clean out this space because I can't feel creative in here right now. Thank you, 6pin66. I don't feel creative in here right now, so I need to clean that, but I don't want to do anything. So thank you for enabling me. Y'all have a nice day. Keep on talking. And remember that music theory was only created to discuss a small subset of music that's focused largely on a specific age in Europe's history. And that if you choose not to learn music theory, you are not missing out on communicating about all of music, just a specific subset. So keep playing stuff you think you like. Have a nice night, y'all.